continue our discussion on the U.S. presidential elections, a hugely contested one. We are being joined in the studio at this point by Comrade Martins Igwe, who is the regional first vice president of WANSA, to share and lend his thoughts with us here on Morning Express. Hello and a very warm morning to you, sir. It's wonderful to have you in the studio.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, very quickly, before we delve into the U.S. Elections, tell us a little bit about WANSA and what you do.
Thank you so much, and thank you, the presenter. WANSA is West African Action Network Against Small Arms Proliferation, a network of NGO in all the West African countries, domesticated under ECOWAS Small Arms Division. Small Arms Division is under PAPS. PAPS is Peace, Political Affairs, Peace and Security of ECOWAS Commission. And by the grace of God, we have WANSA Nigeria, you have WANSA Togo, you have WANSA Cote d'Ivoire. And last year in Senegal, they had their General Assembly, where I emerged the first regional Vice President as number 2 in West Africa. Well,
congratulations to you, Comrade Martins. That's quite a very robust portfolio.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, let's talk about the U.S. elections. Just before you walked into the studio, I was having a conversation with Adefolari in here, and one of the topics that we were talking about was around the gun laws in the U.S., where it's one of the major, pillars surrounding the elections that are taking place today. What would you say this could mean for the U.S. elections if perhaps Biden or Harris wins?
Well, thank you so much. In a global politics like this, if you are not informed, you are deformed. And I am a Nigerian and I'm African. I will look at it where it will be of, first of all, Nigerian benefit, second, of continental benefit, and a global benefit. By the grace of God, I have been opportune to be in the United States, and I have seen that there is a need to strengthen gun laws. And if you monitor my positions on Twitter before I come here, which I thought that the station must have done, I have been appealing to the global community to support the candidate with better strict laws, you understand? And if you monitor what is happening, it is Kamala Harris that has a stringent law in gun laws. You understand? If you come in the United States, there's something you call ghost guns. There's something you call ghost guns.
But what are ghost guns?
Ghost guns, you come into a shop, you buy the kits, you leave the shop, you manufacture, you get a gun. You understand? Then there are shops you go, you buy guns. There are shops you go, they are like ghost guns. You won't see the gun, but the guns are there.
The guns are there.
You understand? But you buy, it's just like going to the motor parts shop to get tire, get the engine.
And then you assemble
you go out, you assemble it yourself. You understand? Now, Kamala Harris has come to say, no, these people that are selling guns and these people that are selling kits, you understand, they should be given the same law. You have to get them registered. You have to know whom they are. You have to give them tracking number so that if the kits is gotten in anywhere, maybe if it is gotten in Texas, you go and get it in California, you will know that yes, it is from Texas. You understand? And when you strengthen such laws, it can reduce gun violence in America. And when gun violence is reduced in America, it can affect global development. You understand? I don't believe that America is not great. There are slogans that are saying make
America great again.
If you be to the US, you know that America is great. I think they should say greater
America.
Yes, make America greater again, because when they come to Nigeria, when they come to some continents, they will see reason to change that English, that slogan, and make it America is great. Let's make America greater again. Do you understand? So with the laws Kamala Harris is coming with, I think it will be of good benefit to Nigeria and Africa, going by the circumstances we find ourselves. We are not good manufacturers. Some of these things come from outside the country. And you see a situation whereby they can be finding their ways through those ghost gun shops. You understand?
Yes.
So immediately you cut it off, it will affect us positively. And we are talking about mainstreaming gender into global issues of policy making.
Yes.
You see a situation whereby if a woman can make it this time, you understand, they can be sentimental into supporting women and gender-related matters.
I mean, she's aiming to become the first woman and woman of color ever to become U.S. president.
Yeah.
She made history by becoming the first woman and woman of color ever to become vice president in 2020 when she ran alongside Joe Biden.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something about the ghost guns and all that.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has been quoted many times stating that Kamala Harris wants to, in quote, take away the guns of Americans.
Yeah.
He has said that several times. And Donald Trump has been someone who has been quite passive about gun control laws in the U.S. Unlike Kamala, who has been vocal about it, often stating that she herself also owns a firearm. In a situation like this, what do you think Trump's position is pertaining to gun control laws, seeing that he's more hinged on immigration than what actually pertains to gun violence in America, which is a very big issue?
If you monitor Trump's campaign in recent times, he's campaigning in line with borders.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And I want to let you know that we are in a political time in the U.S. now. You understand?
Yes.
Politicians will say most of the things they want to get sympathy. But when they win, the reality comes.
It's a general phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a general phenomenon, you understand? So what I'm going to let you know is that even Kamala Harris understands the negative implications of border insecurity.
Yes.
You understand? And if you ask an average American to count, they will count America first. And I can tell you that even Kamala coming in will appreciate the impact of securing the border. But Donald Trump is shouting it to build in support from the core Americans. You understand? So that the
rednecks.
Yeah. So now you see a situation whereby he's bringing a tactical division between people, the Indian Americans, Mexican Americans. You understand? Now it's going to be a historic election in the sense that most of these migrants, they're going to see it as a vote for our life.
Vote for who will allow us to.
Yes, a vote for our life, because if they leave, their life has been.
But somehow there has been some sort of misconception about what Donald Trump really wants to do when it comes to immigration laws. On one hand, people think that perhaps he just wants to send every immigrant out of America, whether registered or not registered.
Yes.
On the other hand, he is perhaps saying that no, he doesn't want immigrants out who are registered. He just wants illegal immigrants who are causing trouble in the U.S. out.
Yes.
Out of these two, which one is true?
What will be true is after he wins, because
we
the reality, you can now do the critical and rational analysis.
Yes.
But now everybody is campaigning. Everybody want to win one or two elections. It's just like coming to Nigeria now. A presidential aspirant has said that in the next 1 week, if I become the president, I will clear banditry. There's nothing you will give people in Zamfara.
Promises that we have seen in successive
but before you know it, the average farmer, you will translate it in Hausa language.
Yes.
They will hear it. There's no amount of politics you play to them that they will go and vote for that person, because they want to go to farms.
They want to go to their farm.
You understand? They want to harvest. They want to stop paying tithe in the name of going to farm and go and collect what belongs to them.
Paying money.
But when you become the president, the reality comes. The whole thing is looking like there's a republic inside a republic, and you must manage. You must dialogue. You must negotiate. Then the reality comes.
Well, Comrade Martins, let me just get your take on this. You are firstly a very patriotic Nigerian. Secondly, a Pan-Africanist who has worked across different countries in Africa.
Sure.
You have also mentioned that you have lived in the U.S. and you have also worked there.
I have visited US.
You have visited the U.S.
Yes.
In your opinion, the outcome of the U.S. general elections, what particular interest do African countries have, following the outcome? And secondly, of what impact would it have on Africa as a whole and Nigeria in particular?
Well, so one of the unfortunate things about African leadership is that they have been infiltrated, you understand, by the external forces. I don't expect much, but we must pray and push the one that when you see it, it will have African sympathy.
Yes.
And pray that, okay, most of the things you are thinking about will come. Just like I told you, after election, the reality, you face the reality. The person that won will now shift and say, I've considered this.
This thing I said earlier, it's not.
Yes. We need to shift. You understand the point?
Or we should leave it till the latter part of my administration.
Yes. Administrative language will come in because that's the reality. But I want to let you know that when somebody comes out, we're in a social media world now. Yes. I'm going to be the president of America. I'm going to sit with people that have different views. I'm going to accommodate the different views. We're going to sit them down, we'll discuss with them. You understand? I am not the best of the best, but I will take advice from people. I mean, I think that is where rational and common thinking African and Nigerian like myself need to push.
Well, Comrade Martins, we have just about 3 minutes to wrap up this conversation. I'm afraid time is not really on our side.
No problem.
But in your prediction, what do you think the outcome of the U.S. general elections would look like by the end of today?
You know what we normally challenge is what constitutes the Electoral College. You understand?
Yes.
Democracy has turned to a capitalist-owned enterprise. You understand? Until this morning, I don't know.
A venture for the capitalists.
Yes, a venture for the capitalists. They decide they will stay at home and laugh at the commoners. When they have finished, they will use 1 or 2 sentiments, you understand, to sell their ideologies.
Yes.
You understand? You see a situation whereby I cannot say this is the criteria to use. You can get a popular vote from the Electoral College will tell you, okay, despite that, you saw what happened between Clinton and Donald Trump.
Yes.
So, but you know, in all, God owns the capitalist. In all, America is God's own country. We are thinking that, by the grace of God, a candidate that will favor the interest of development of Africa should emerge.
Do you have a particular candidate in mind?
Because of the fact that we are advocating for gun laws to be reduced, because there is no development without peace. You understand? We are going for persons that will clean up the ghost guns.
Yes.
You understand? Give strict laws to the gun dealers. You understand? So that they will be tracked easily, so that they will be monitored, so that they will be given license. Because if you are saying that you are ghost guns or you are the real gun runners, you are gun dealers.
Yes.
So as soon as you give them that strict laws, it will affect peace and security in US, it will affect peace and security in the region, and practically
trickle down to Africa and Nigeria.
And because of that, it is Kamala Harris that is on that vocally. It's Kamala Harris that is saying, I'm going to be for all. It's Kamala Harris that will say, I'm going to dialogue. I'm not going to jail. I'm going to sit down and discuss with people. And that is why, if you ask me, from the West African Action Network Against More Arms, which I'm on the line of the decision they are taking, I'm for Kamala Harris.
All right. I must thank you so much, Comrade Martins Igwe. It's been a pleasure. Quite a very brief conversation.